Hiya, folks. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. That song, it's Jolts in the Forest from Sumeru, as Ebby pointed out, always reminds me of this song from Kirby. I don't know why. I think it's this part, actually. Yeah, that always makes me think of Jolts in the Forest, and Jolts in the Forest makes me think of this. Fantastic songs, though. It's from Kirby Superstar. Alright, so since I played last, I've done a few things, mostly just leveling up characters. Like I've gotten Xingqiu, Yanfei, and Sucrose up to 70. I've got all their weapons to 70 as well. The Favonius Codex that Yanfei's using, I'll be up getting to 80 once I get the Mora, because I'm broke. But I think I'll hold off on leveling up Razor, because I'm going to switch to Shinobu once I get the materials to do so. But yeah, there's tons to do here in Inazuma, and I can't wait to explore more. Because I haven't really done anything else here. Just kind of came back for the start of the stream, but I haven't explored any more off-stream here. I mean, he's doing all right now. The other thing is, I'm also up to ER 40, so I may have to kick the world level down a bit. I don't know, we'll see. Because things are definitely tough. I might be able to manage it, we'll see. It really depends how long I want to take just grinding enemies down, because it'll take a bit sometimes. I'm not sure where this Oculi is. Is it like an underground section or something? Maybe a cave or something? I don't know. Yeah, there's two here. I don't know where they are. But I'm not going to waste a bunch of time trying to find a couple Oculi. Exploring to do. I think I'll just make my way down here first. Grab this too. But I do understand the grind now of just killing bosses over and over again to get the mats and stuff like that. Like, I've definitely done it a few times. Or like killing enemies over and over. This is not something I've never done before. Like, I've done it in plenty of games. It's just, I don't know. First time I've done it for progress, I guess.
It's my lucky day.
See how I do on this guy.
Body and no, my sword. Animal test 6308. Motion to compel.
Yeah, I need to eventually build up all the other team, or a second team essentially, because I just don't have the resources. Like, I'll have to build up a bunch of level up materials and Mora again, because right now I'm pretty much tapped on most of it. There's another Oculi here. I mean, I'm still doing all right, but I know I'll do. Spam those artifact domains. Yeah, I haven't really done that at all. Like, I don't think I've done a single artifact domain, honestly. I have not gotten the Sucrose set yet. That I did not do. That's why I have Auroron. It's so convenient for things like that. I don't need Lisa's tallness anymore. Massive help. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. I don't know, I was just so focused on leveling up the weapons and characters. Especially with the adventure rank going up a bit.
Body and mind.
What's this? I don't know. So beautiful. Let's see. Yeah, these cherry blossom trees. So beautiful. This music too, I haven't heard the song yet before. Yeah. Just one moment. Got to post this stream in the Discord that I'm live. There we go. We good. I don't know what these patches of pink, purple stuff is. Trying to lead me somewhere, maybe? I don't know. Or is it just like some kind of, there's got to be some reason for it.
Time to act.
I'll find it later. Right. Hit them with Electro. What's that do? Maybe it's because I've already popped them. Oh, Sakura Bloom. Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay. I'll take them. To keep that in mind. This is Inazuma City, I think. Inazuma City. Hey, welcome, Red Sky. Smithy. Yeah, I love the style of Japanese like architecture and things like that, especially this kind of era. It's just all so beautiful looking. Up here. I would like to get to this area down here, I think this general area, because this is where Shinobu's upgrade materials are. So I'm not sure exactly what it takes to get down to this section, or if you can just kind of like swim across or something. But I mean, I also want to continue the Archon quest and learn more. Hey, welcome, Hyper. The Adventurers Guild. You can take a boat there. Okay. Let's see, where am I going here? I need to deliver a letter. Yeah. And there's also this. 3 wishes. It's probably the main one, but I'll do the letter first. Boats you can unlock to get to the other lands. Okay. I'll probably be streaming for at least 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours, something like that. Usually what I do on Tuesdays. We'll see, I've been fighting off a cold, so if I'm feeling like shit, then I'll probably call it early, but we'll see. I feel alright right now. Doing a very good job, Samurai. Just walking right past you. The Archon quest takes you all but one of the islands. Okay. All but 2. I don't know.
This is the headquarters of the Tenryo Commission. Commoners are forbidden.
Okay, here we go. What a headache. Hi there. Is there anything you want? About Kamaji. Are you talking about Master Kamaji? What do you want from him? Show the letter. You said this letter's from Miss Hiragi Chisato? If this letter is really from the Hiragi Chisato, the Hiragi, oh yeah, I think you should talk to Master Kamaji directly. He's been taking walks near the bridge recently. Oh, it is you. You're that traveler from abroad. What can I do for you? About Hiragi Chisato's letter. The letter? Did Miss Hiragi really ask you to deliver this letter to me? This handwriting. It really is her. Thank goodness. Thank you for making this trip, traveler. As for the travel permit, as it's Miss Hiragi's personal request, I will naturally see it through. However, I will need something from you, right? Yeah, I'll need some time to prepare. How about this? Can you wait for me at the Kiminami restaurant? What do you guys want to go there? And another one. Well, I want a small favor from you. Recently, I was also thinking of sending something to Miss Hiragi. I wrote a letter and also requested Miss Kiminami to make some treats for me. I was planning to send them together to Miss Hiragi as a present. But if my father finds out about my plans, he might be upset. Just as I was pondering what to do, you showed up. Is your father very strict? Father, he naturally has to be strict. I do understand why he's unwilling for me to communicate with Miss Hiragi. After all, I am a member of the Kujo clan, and one of the enforcers of the Tenryou Commission. Miss Hiragi is the young lady of the Kanjo Commission's Hiragi. I can't speak. Yeah, the fate of every RPG protagonist delivering mail. It's unavoidable. If I were to get too close to her, it would be inevitable that someone might try and take advantage of our situation. Even though it's only a present, in some people's eyes, it's a lot more than that. Let's not talk about these trivial matters. Traveler, please wait at the Kiminami restaurant for me. After I approve the travel permit, I'll bring it to you. Sweet. Get a permit and some snacks. Where's the Kiminami restaurant? Okay. Walk. Hoof it. Each island's unique. That's cool. It's probably like the prefectures in Japan, kind of styled after, I would imagine. Like different styles of environments and stuff. Makes sense. I mean, again, I love the culture. I love the style, the aesthetic. Very cool to see. Oh, I completely missed this when I walked in here too. It's a good thing it made me come back. Alright. The overall look of the environment is really cool too. Like all the kind of jagged cliffs and everything.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
Hey, congrats, Silver. That's not easy getting all the exploration, I'm sure. Oh, here it is. Hey, welcome, Sri. Good to see you. And congrats on the Chaska poll. I actually am looking forward to Infinity Nikki. I know nothing about it other than the aesthetic, and it looks really good. Like a interesting puzzle platformer with some kind of clothing aesthetic thing, but I'll definitely check it out. Eventually. Welcome to Kiminami Restaurant. About Kimaji's treats. Oh, I've already prepared the treats that Master Kimaji ordered. I'll bring them to you now. But I'm curious about whom Master Kimaji will give these treats to. It's nothing more than a public relations gesture, Miss Kiminami. A while back, Mr. Hiragi Shinsuke presented my father with a batch of fine tea. Oh, nice Honkai Star Rail update. That's cool. My father knows about Mr. Hiragi's beloved daughter Chisato likes treats, so he told me to prepare some as a gift in return. I was worried that the delivery might take too long, and there might be unavoidable bumps during this journey, so I specifically asked for this traveler to deliver them. Miss Kiminami, can I have a look at the treats, please? I want to make sure I haven't missed anything. Sure. Here are the treats. Please take a look. Is in the Zone Zero live stream Friday? Everything's getting updated now. Or getting new stuff anyways. It's cool to see. Everything is there. Thank you, Miss Kiminami. Let us move out of the way, traveler. I have a few more things to say to you. This is the travel permit. Please take it. With this travel permit, you can freely enter and leave Rito. Thank you. I mean, I'm already out of Rito, but still. It's fine. This permit will make your delivery a lot smoother. Also, here's the letter. Did you write this letter yourself? I tried to write this letter in a tactful manner. I hope Miss Hiragi won't be offended by it. Please deliver this letter and the treats to Miss Hiragi. Do we have to go back again? But this time, you have a travel permit. You should have a lot more freedom than before. I'll leave it to you, traveler. I also need to go back and deal with official matters. When will I be able to get there myself? Oh, there's a pattern to it. I had a feeling there might be. Like with how frequent they are and everything. Like probably a 3-6 week kind of rotation kind of thing, I would assume. I don't know. But I mean, it's awesome. There's always new stuff to look forward to. Hey, welcome, Snow. Good to see you. I'm excited to try out Honkai Star Rail. I tend to love turn-based RPGs, like I grew up on them. Even back before I could read, I was playing turn-based RPGs, just for the fun of it. Except Chisato. Traveler, you returned. And the lights turned on. I guess you've delivered the letter to Kamaji. Did you manage to get the travel permit as well? Yes, I have, thank you. You don't have to thank me. You should be thanking Kamaji instead. Huh? What's this? Treats? And a handwritten letter from Kamaji? Was it his request? These tri-colored dango. He prepared them for me? Thank you, Traveler. I'll make sure to savor these treats. As for the letter, I'll read it with great care. Yeah, Honkai Star Rail does seem like a very different vibe. It's more like space sci-fi fantasy, whereas this is more like classical kind of fantasy with many different tropes from different universes and things like that, different kind of locations all rolled into one, which is really cool. But I enjoy both. Like, it's rare to find a really good kind of sci-fi fantasy game like that. And from what I've seen from Honkai Star Rail already, I'm already like sold on it. It looks really cool. Thank you for the hard work. Please accept these items as thanks for your help. She just gives me the treats that he gave her. It's like, I don't want these. You can take them. Who knows? I might need your help again in the future as well. Alrighty then. Thank you very much, Hiragi. Give me the treats. 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 I want treats. You can't get something from a razor without giving him treats. Don't you know this, lady? Lost the 50-50. Sorry to hear that, Snow. It's always a shame when it's a character you really want to get. And Lighter does look awesome. I really liked his trailer and everything. Like, when I eventually get around to playing Zenless Zone Zero, that's probably someone I'll try and roll for if I can. See what the Archon quest is now.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
This should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Yeah, I definitely... Snow, I get that. I definitely watch more than I play. Like, I just finished Silent Hill 2 last night, and I got that game in like the 8th of October, and I absolutely loved it. It's a phenomenal game, but it still took me 2 months to beat. Like, and then there's Genshin, of course, and like, there's too many games, not enough time. Also, too many other things to do too.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
Here's our invitation letter.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma.
Yeah.
It seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
Just like a transformer. Call me Optimus.
In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Enter the tea house. I wonder what the music will be like in here.
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma?
Well, congrats on getting Ororon at least. I mean, C1 Jaska is probably not too bad either. That's decent. Arc Knights update. Cool. I still have to play that.
Paimon doesn't see him anywhere.
21 essays to grade.
He forgot his promise to meet us.
I don't envy you.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What?
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
Where did the human-looking Doma go?
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
There were, I mean, other than the cat prince from the card thing, but
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
I know a dog when I see one. Yeah,
All right. I've had my fun.
I'll probably save up for Nouvelette. I don't know. I'm currently sitting at 19 rolls on the character banner, so I could try another 10 for Chaska, but I don't know.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
That's true, Pokelove. There is the Adepti, right? They are animals that turn to people, so it's not out of the range of possibilities.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito.
Tarumaru. Cool.
So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived.
That'd be a great plushie to have, like just that dog with the outfit he's wearing.
But in all
Like Shiba
seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. Though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Ms. Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Bring it on.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
Talking cats on one of the islands. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to meet him. The courage to face the lightning.
Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you?
I am a main character. Ooh, they have plushies of the animals in Genshin. That's cool.
Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck...
You mean Kazuha's friend?
Ah, so you've heard of his story.
Fortunately.
His light still burns all the more brightly.
So will we be allowed to meet the Shirasagi Himigimi?
Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Where's that?
Oh? Where?
Hey, Honkai Star Rail updates live. Have fun with that. Enjoy.
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Tempted to try Honkai Star Rail, but I'm just still so invested in this. So that's like, I don't know that I want to do both at the same time. Also with other games I'm playing too, like I just started playing Stalker 2, so there's always too much. Also Path of Exile 2 coming out in like a week. The early access anyways. Go to the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh yeah, find the bar, I forgot. Good call, good call. Yeah, so many games, so little time. Woof. Can you understand me? No. Who's a handsome doggy? You are. Woof woof woof. Cool. Yeah, I currently have quite a backlog of newer games that I still want to get to. Oh, back here, I see. Sweet. Huh? Raw meat and onikobuto? That was sweet. That's a lot of Mora. Very cool.
The books were more interesting in the past.
Pick up HSR once I'm caught up and there's downtime in Genshin. Yeah, for sure. That's my plan, is like after I... Even maybe like once I get to Notlon or something like that, because then I'm getting close to being caught up. Because then I feel like I could probably do both. Like start up Honkai Star as I'm getting to the end of Genshin's kind of story. Or something like that. I mean, they're also very different styles of games. So I guess we'll see. It has been a minute since I played a turn-based RPG. I think the last one I played was Yakuza Like a Dragon, and I still haven't finished that, but it's a fantastic game. It's the first Yakuza game I've ever played. Obviously it's nothing like all the others, but still. Well, this is a big statue. Faster, just fast travel. Fast travel! Razor instant transmission.
probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Interesting.
Visions?
All the ones
You
they're
mean
taking?
all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt degree are put into the statue?
You think there'd be a lot more than that? Yeah, I know, I've got quite a bit, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, it just keeps getting better, in my opinion. Like, that last, the Duns Left quest, or whatever, that one was really cool, and just so many different lore drops and things like that, so I'm curious to see going forward just how the story progresses and all the different things that happen, because there's still so much I haven't done. So, I mean, I'm not exactly upset that I still have so much to do. Like, it's awesome.
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree?
Like, I don't know that I've ever played a game for this long and still have this much content to do. Well, actually, Final Fantasy 14, I guess. But, yeah. Like, because I've played this game at this point for, like, at least 70 hours or so. And, yeah, I barely scratched the surface. I'm, like, at the beginning of Chapter 2, right? So, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Why did the Shogun issue the Vision Hunt decree?
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts.
And?
As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
I'm still not exactly sure why. I'm sure he's going to explain it.
The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity.
Because she's immortal?
The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to Sumeru and Fontaine. I mean, I know some people have said that Inazuma isn't the greatest, but again, I love Japan enough and the culture and the style and everything like that I'll feel like I'll still enjoy it. But it doesn't, like, I'm not against working through the kind of, like, lesser content to get to the better content. That's how I typically enjoy most things. Like, save the best for last kind of mentality.
As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs, and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement.
Music's also incredible.
The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it, for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Yeah, almost like they're actual people.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist.
So she wants full control.
Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue.
That's a good point, Q. Like, when it came out, everyone loved it. It was amazing. But then over time, the stories just got better, so it's seen as lesser. I mean, I know I keep going back to it, but it's just the game I just recently played that's the most similar to this. Final Fantasy 14. Like, there's been 5 or 6 different expansions, and a lot of people would say, like, the second or third expansions were kind of meh compared to the other ones, which is true. They do get better, but I still really enjoyed them when I was in them, right? I didn't think of, like, lesser of them because I wasn't in the newest of the new, right? And I'll do the same thing here. Like, my opinion of it will be based on what it is, not what comes after it, kind of thing. That makes sense.
And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
Yeah, 14 is fantastic. I still need to get back and play the newest patch eventually. But it's nice taking a break. I played it for like 9 months straight, so.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Yeah, you think? I mean, she's pretty much got full control. She wants full control, and anyone that kind of has any chance to fluctuate or change her rule, she's gonna go after, that seems like.
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Yeah, so the thing about 14 is it definitely takes a while to get into. Like, I would say the initial game, like level 1 to 50, essentially making it through A Realm Reborn, is the most arduous part. Everything after that gets better and better, but until you get to 50, you can't fly, and you can't, like, you're limited by a lot of things. and as time goes on, you would lock a lot more. But it's a bit of a grind for sure. But it is very good now. Like, there's just so much to it, and so many different classes you could play at. Like, you could play up to level 80 or 70 for free. Like, not pay a cent in the game, play up to level 70, play like the first 3 expansions for free. Like, it's crazy. I mean, obviously Genshin has more because it's all free, but still. It's a fantastic game. That was that.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Someone's trying to attack my mind. No, Charles. Leave me alone, Charles. What's that?
What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
I could hear the sound of people's aspirations. Oh, it's probably the visions or something like that.
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying.
The other thing about Final Fantasy XIV is the music is incredible. Like, the only game that I would say probably rivals this, well, actually there's a few games now that I know about, Arknights and Project Moon games and stuff, but like, in terms of just like incredibly banger soundtracks, like, I'd say Genshin or Hoyoverse games and Final Fantasy XIV are like pretty close. Just so many fantastic songs there.
Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
So vision symbolizes ambition and not power. It's the ambition that gives them power, maybe?
Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Sweet. Wasn't I there already?
Finally!
Yes, finally. Just gotta claim that. Actually, what's this? Oh, nice. It's nice that you don't have to specifically do the commissions. They are fun and everything like that, but it's cool that you can just get them from encounters as well. Things like that. Alright, I was gonna claim this. Get it. Let me see how I'm sitting. Yeah, I'm sitting at 20 intertwined fates and 5 acquaint. So, I don't know. I would like to build up something for, oh, damn, it's way over here. Okay, I see. I haven't been there yet. But I'd like to build up something for the Nouvelette rolls. But, so I don't know. I could do another 10 for Chaska, I'm not sure yet. Genshin giving away 1,000 Primo to celebrate the PlayStation Awards. Do you have to play it on PlayStation for that? Get out of here. Such a cool area. Oh, it's to everyone. That's awesome. I will take the 1,000 Primos. It's kind of surprising they didn't do something like that for Xbox, because it launched on Xbox, right? I haven't heard this song. Good little piano melody. Get him on server reset. Interesting. Still not on Xbox? I could have sworn it came out last month on Xbox. I don't know. I don't play Xbox, so I'll give it a free glider next month. I just remember seeing in like the lists of like game announcements, like new games upcoming. Speaking of which, we've got the Game Awards coming next week. I don't know if any of you are really interested in that, but I always watch them. I don't think I'll stream them necessarily, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I always love seeing the new announcements, new games coming out. Also, just the awards themselves are interesting. Came out the 20th of November. Okay. Yeah. see what's up. Kamisato Ayato.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
That's how Japan do. They're giving a free wing for Xbox and PlayStation Awards for winning Game of Excellence. Interesting. It's hard to top the Jade Chamber. Yeah, I say Jade Chamber over Dawn Winery. Like, if I had to choose a place to stay at or something like that, I'd definitely choose the Dawn Winery over the Jade Chamber. But Jade Chamber's also, like, big floating palace kind of thing, so...
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
I'm delighted to meet her.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at?
Okay, Star Rail's also giving away points. That's cool.
Oh, behind the screen?
She's a vase.
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
I think I understand.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times.
Want to get the Xbox wings, but don't feel like buying an Xbox for it? Yeah, I would not. I wouldn't do that. I mean, up to the Xbox 360, Xbox was fantastic. After that, there's just no real reason to buy an Xbox if you have a PC. Like, I mean, I don't know. I like their games and stuff, but yeah. I definitely would not buy it just for a cosmetic, personally. But, I mean, if someone wants to, go for it. Yeah.
At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot.
It's all about aspirations.
Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties.
I've definitely heard this voice actress before, I can't think of where.
A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
I'm just here to meet the Raiden Shogun. I did not come to start a rebellion. I mean, you can't avoid it. You're the main character. I'm just here to meet the Raiden Shogun.
Oh,
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
I'm going to leave now.
no, please! Wait! Please, don't go!
What?
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
3 wishes? What are you, a genie? What am I, a genie?
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
Trevor listens while she tells the story of 3 visionless people.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world.
Zoro?
Does Paimon got that right?
Does Paimon have that right, Paimon?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
That's cool. Everyone gets the Xbox wings. That's awesome. Yeah, the bargaining chip of trying to walk away to get a better price. I mean, I'd work kind of. Well, I guess she still asked me to do something. It's unavoidable. It's an RPG. But I will do as you wish.
Then you have my gratitude.
Heck yeah.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Princess behind the curtain. What if I do this? What if I do this? She's not there. She's just like sitting here like, I don't know, hiding. Where you at? Where you at? She's not even here. There's a recording. Even played. Take some books. Steal your books then. What's up, Doma?
Miss Kamisato's left, it seems. No cutting corners now, okay?
How'd she leave? Don't see any backwards exits. Take more if I could. Take these katanas. Razor using katanas. There you go. Like glued them to his claymore. Oh, nice free 5-star. That's cool. Very cool. I think there's another oculi up here. Maybe it's up here. Let's check. She's like Mona can turn to her element and go under the door. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Turn into mist or something. Not easy to find oculi here, if I'm finding. I mean, I can see them on the map, of course, but I just don't see where they actually are. I was sworn there was an oculi. Maybe I'm wrong. Misreading the map or something. Maybe it's beneath me. It is beneath me. What do you know? What's this? That's one of these guys. What's that? I can just follow those things, but whatever. See another oculi on the horizon. Hey, this was easy to find. What do you know? There's still quite a few that I've missed in Liyue and Mondstadt as well. I should do that eventually. Oh, hey, look. It's a fox deity. Cool. This is why I did hit the checkpoints already. Oh damn, I should switch characters.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why
Guy with the
leave
beard.
all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
What are they asking of him?
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
You must play with the children. We beg of you. Yeah, I actually do have the recipe for, I think, 2 of them. I think the ones for Mondstadt and Liyue. I haven't really crafted any yet, so I'm not sure exactly how they work, but that's just cool. Lahiru.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay.
Oh, he's trying to leave? What's happened?
Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place.
We all think the world
But
of him.
now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder.
Was it something we did?
We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
Okay. See, your problem is that you don't look anime enough. You need to get brighter colored clothes and dress more uniquely. Then you can have your vision back. That's the rules. You can't be a normal looking NPC and have a vision. Oculi ones are consumable. Treasure compasses are permanent. Haven't seen any treasure compasses, but that's probably later on, I'm sure. So why the change?
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree.
I haven't seen the new characters other than the ones that they've announced in videos and stuff like that, like obviously Chaska and Ororon. I know the name Mavuika or whatever, Mavuika. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. The fire chick that was in the kind of opening video for Notlan. I believe she's coming soon. That's the extent of it.
It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person.
I wonder why.
I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer.
Oh yeah, they post upcoming characters on their Twitter. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really use Twitter. But, I mean, I'm okay with just learning about them as they get released, or when I do the videos for them, kind of thing, instead of trying to look up what's coming next. Because they're all interesting to me. But, or even just seeing them in game. Like, it's cool to be surprised sometimes, too.
Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
What exactly do you want from me? You're like, we don't think it's right to keep him here, but it doesn't mean for him to leave. It's like, make up your mind. What do you want me to do?
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
Okay. We're like just having this conversation right in front of Buddy. He just doesn't care. Pyro Traveler. Interesting.
So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay.
I would assume it's like his vision was what he relied on to protect the people and be the like guardian, all that type of stuff. Now he doesn't have his vision. He feels weak, and so he feels like he's useless now. He doesn't. And it'll be like, oh, you matter even if you don't have a vision. It's like Encanto kind of thing, right? He's the main character of Encanto. Everyone depends on you.
True, but that's not why I chose to stay here.
Damn. 203 polls saved for Mavuika. Damn. I mean, good luck with that. I'm sure I mean, that's quite a few polls, but I mean, who knows with the RNG. I just hope it works for you. Yes. Yeah.
And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time?
Why are you asking me? I don't know you.
I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone.
That's interesting. It's like the aspirations are tied to the vision. When the vision's taken away, their aspirations are taken too, or a part of them, kind of thing. Interesting.
In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Some metal lyrics. The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right?
Okay.
But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back.
Oh, yeah, lost 50-50, so you're guaranteed. That's decent. I mean, I'm pretty close to having, like, pity, I think. I'm at, like, 65 pity or something like that, so... I mean, if I save up even, like, 50-60 rolls, I'll get someone that's 5-star. I don't know. I mean, at this point, the only 5 stars I have are Chi-Chi and Tainari, so I wouldn't mind getting some others, like, even if it's not Nouvelette or whatever. I mean, obviously, that would be the ideal, I think, for me, but, I mean, like, whatever happens, happens. Like, I think next, again, I'll build up Shinobu and add her to my team in place of Razor. And then eventually, when I get to Subaru, I'll probably add in Tainari to my team. Maybe swap out Sucrose. I'm not sure yet. But we'll see.
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
And then if I get Nouvelette, by the time I get to Fontaine, then I'll work in Nouvelette into my team, kind of thing. My plan. Probably try and find someone in Subaru to work into my team when I get there too. We'll see.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Of course, there's a diary.
Oh, yes, you you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Interesting things.
So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm currently saving for Nouvelette, I think. Alright, well, have a good night, Red Sky. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the game. Alright, yeah. Yeah, best of luck everyone with their polls. That's right. Yeah, take it easy, Red Sky.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Yeah, with the winter season wrapping up, it's ramping up. It's been busier at work lately, so unfortunately I've been like getting off like I finished like an hour and a half ago kind of thing. So streaming earlier at like 6 o'clock my time isn't as viable, so that's why I'm doing it at 7, which unfortunately pushes us a bit later, but I mean the VOD will always be there if you're busy or whatever. But yeah, it is what it is. Not much you can do. For now anyways. Their oculi. Get that first. I mean, I'd like to get at least the first 10 oculi here before I head out, or before I continue. Oh yeah, this is the one I saw before. I don't know where they are. Again, they're probably underneath somewhere. But whatever, I'll find them eventually. Is this the diary right here? That'd be crazy.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right.
Like, how am I ever going to remember?
Let's
It's like
see
right
what
here
we
on the
have
porch.
here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead.
Burned mine a little.
Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab.
Got him. There's a lot of oculi locked behind progression in Inazuma. Interesting.
I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance.
Oh, you're very good.
Seems like your average diary of daily village life.
That sounds like an anime name. I'd watch that anime. Average diary of daily village life.
Huh? Wait, there's more!
But wait, there's more.
I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
I don't remember what Omamori is. I'm guessing I'll find out.
So this is the Omamori
Oh,
Tejima
yes.
wrote about.
I remember.
Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway,
Child?
if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
It's actually Tartaglia's. He lived here. Use animal to sight. Okay. Yes, child. Hey, welcome, Crusader. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, that's awesome, Q. Getting Tartaglia so early.
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot.
Again, the only 5-star that I've gotten from polls at all is Chi-Chi. I mean, she doesn't seem too bad, but I'm also not building her right now or anything like that, so we'll see. But yeah, not the greatest. Tainari I got from the free 5-star pulls, and then I also have Traveler, but that's about it. So far.
The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years?
Yeah, the voice actor strike sucks. Just the fact that it's affecting games now, and there's games that are not getting the English translations done, but at the same time, I do understand, like, they deserve to be paid and get their what they're owed and stuff like that, so yeah. Got a Chi-Chi when I lost my 50-50 on Chaska. She's now at the C3. Yeah. Ooh. 450 for C2 child. I mean, I'm sure it's worth it for you.
Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years.
It's a dead body.
It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago.
Oh yeah, the strike wasn't about not being paid. It was about the VR or AI stuff, isn't it? Like not having your like rights taken by or using your likeness without you actually being there, things like that. I actually haven't looked into it too much, but I mean, I don't know. They do a lot, right? Yeah, AI. I thought so.
Honda
Yeah.
Village.
Thanks for funding the game, Snow Angel.
Where is that place again?
If we become separated during war, go away from me in Konda Village. There'll be safe home for us there. It's here.
Huh. So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone.
That someone never showed up.
But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh?
Chi-Chi and that artifact set is pretty good. Interesting. Ocean huge clam. Okay.
Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, your whole shtick is your voice, essentially, and people can just, like, record for 30 seconds your voice and then just replicate it ad nauseum and not pay you a cent for it. Like, that's scummy. Like, and I think there has been some cases where voice acting from actual people have been maybe used inappropriately or whatever. So it's, yeah. It's a... Pandora's box is open now and they can't really close it, right? The whole VR AI stuff. So, I get it. Meaning of meaningless waiting. It's a good quest name. Just running around him.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too.
I guess so.
But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary.
Show him the letter.
Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years.
I have not checked that out. I'll have to look into it, Snow Angel.
Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye.
Not for me.
How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out.
It's like the price of the visions themselves is like a part of you or something like that. The price to use it. I don't know.
Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Does that make you feel sad?
No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I
Yes.
barely recall any of it.
Poor Tejima. I mean, he doesn't seem to be in pain despite the fact that he's forgotten all this, although it would be hard.
It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
If you're looking for Genshin Cultinator, no, it's not on Steam. You'd have to use the actual launcher. Download the Hoyoverse launcher. Do you still plan on leaving?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting.
I think the only Hoyoverse game that's on Steam is Honkai Impact 3rd.
Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her?
I don't know. Depends how much she cares about
When
you.
I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart.
Oh yeah, good point, Hyper. Genshin is available on Epic Games.
How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing.
Yeah, I think so too, Snow. It's like his ambition is connected to her. Like, they also mentioned resolve. So it's like the reason why they're fighting, it gets connected to the vision, and once the vision's taken away, that ambition, that resolve, the thing that they were fighting for is taken away too. It's like they're like that ambition is what powers the vision. It just, like, thinking of what I've just said out of context of the game, it just sounds insane. Like, what am I talking about? Ambition, resolve, like the vision. But yeah, it's interesting. Interesting that they're building up more of what these things work, like how these systems work in the game, like the universe and the lore and everything like that. It's always super fascinating how these things work in universe. Like the functions of how they actually, like...
Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here.
Yeah, how it all works. Like, because a lot of games will just have, like, your fantasy MacGuffin that allows you to do crazy things or whatever, or you just have the powers innately. Whereas in this, it's like, well, no, they're actually, through these devices, these things created called visions. And yeah, the function of how they actually work fundamentally is interesting.
I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
As I said, Tejima, I mean, get some more anime-ass clothing. You'll get your vision back.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
Losing a reason to feel sad is maybe the saddest thing of all. Yeah.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too.
Yeah, don't misplace your vision, folks, so you get taken away by an Archon. Yeah.
That certainly explains the state Tejima was in
Yeah.
earlier.
Good point. The vision being on you is what gets it taken away. If they don't know you have a vision, they can't take the vision. Although, like I said, everyone who has visions has to wear anime-ass clothing because then people know you're a main character. So, wear just normal-ass, bland villager clothes and they'll just think you're normal.
At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person.
Interesting. The Chinese name for visions translates literally to God's eye. That's fascinating. Yeah, because vision itself
According
is...
to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision
Kinda
is
generic?
a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Like the word vision itself, obviously, it's like vision we all see with our vision, right? Like it's a cool name for a thing, but it's also somewhat generic. So, God's eye would be pretty crazy if it was if they were all just like if that's what we called it as well. Had to add something a lot more mystical about it,
Body and mind.
a lot more fantastic. In the literal sense of the term, fantastic. What's that? Any fantastic melodies in Sumeru? Think I have these plants yet. What are these? Seaweed? Seagrass, of course. They kept my. Do they now still call it seaweed because of like weed? I've played the game for I think on stream for about 70 hours total. Got like 3 to 4 or 5 hour streams. It's all there on YouTube. But yeah, I think about 70 hours, maybe 75 with my off stream grinding every once in a while. But yeah. But I'm also taking my time with it. Like, I probably could have been to Sumeru by now if I just rushed through the Archon quests, but I'm taking my time, enjoying. There's still a ton I haven't done, too, in the older areas.
Wonder what's on the other side of the ocean.
But it's a fantastic game. Right, what's this guy? This is probably the...
Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree.
Okay, yeah, so this is going to be the guy who enforced the decree, but then had his vision taken too.
But why would they take action against one of their own?
Definitely don't rush it, yeah. I mean, I'll be at level 90 probably, or have a team of level 90s by the time I get to Sumeru, or something like that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, or maybe even Fontaine. But whatever, it's fine. I'll continue to build other team members, like I said, too. So I'm looking forward to that.
Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
Yeah, let's see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
Ooh, this guy's name's Omori.
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
Yuya.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
That's an interesting voice acting choice. Kurosawa Kyunosuke.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
Yeah.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Your father will hear of this. Emergency provisions, like emergency food?
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
I've got some emergency food right here.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a little too much if you just tried to, like, steamroll it. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a ton, and it can be a bit overwhelming at times once you get to a new area and just see how much there is and stuff, but, like, I don't know, just trying to do nothing but the main Archon quests and just flow through it and do nothing else, like, that'd be a bit of a grind. Like, it's just enjoying my pace, enjoying my time with it.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter.
And there's also all those side areas too, right? Like, little side sections like the chasm, like Dragon Spine, that you can just jump in and spend hours there as well. I don't want to miss that stuff.
This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything.
I'm sure it's not his choice. Well, maybe. Maybe he's corrupt.
He's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll starve without them.
Now, my assumption is he's probably actually trying to do everything he can, but the Shogunate is actually the ones who are causing this or something like that. Or the goods are going somewhere else to help someone else that he can't say. We'll see.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai.
It's always a misunderstanding. Seen a lot of people rush the game, miss a lot of side quests, and add lore, life, charm to the world. Yeah, and get quickly burned out. I could see that too, right?
It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
I mean, that's part of why I haven't started a second campaign, because again, I almost definitely will eventually start my own, like, just casual playthrough of this, where I'll just, like, play it in the background as I do other things. But I feel like if I was doing it now while also playing the main game here, I might get burnt out or something. But it is a fun enough game that I feel like I will want to go back through on my own and just, like, see what kind of team I can build and all that type of stuff, because it's just a fun game in general.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him?
Yeah, the only real reason to rush would be to just kind of like get through the story. If you want to just like know the story, get through the story. But with so much content being like in side content and side areas and stuff too, like, yeah, you'd be missing a lot. It is a shame that the like timed events aren't there anymore, but there's already so much to the game that it's not that big of a deal. I'll have to like watch some content of the areas I won't be able to play because they were timed, but that's about it.
Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a reason. See. We shall see. What you gotta say, Kurosawa?
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today?
Poor Kurosawa.
My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
Very sad sounding. We heard that you lost your vision recently.
And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Yeah, that would be cool, the theater mode, or like, again, just some way to experience it. Even if you don't get any of the drops or any of the rewards or whatever, just to experience the gameplay or the story beats. Like, that'd be interesting.
Well, that's strange.
Be good.
You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
And I think I've mentioned this in a video before, maybe it was a different stream, but like, they almost definitely know that people want this, right? Like, timed events are timed for a reason, but like, once they're gone, they put in all the work for these things to happen. They put in all the work for like the environments and the characters, all that type of stuff, all the story beats, and it's just kind of like nowhere to be found. So it would make sense that they're working on a way to implement it in the game, just figuring out how to do that. And who knows? I mean, I would be surprised if they didn't find some way to do it, because it's just a lot of content just being wasted kind of thing. And from what I've heard, it's all good, right? So who knows?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were.
He's lost his memory too.
And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Yeah, it's definitely a strange choice that they put important character development and story elements behind those limited events and then took them away. Because, yeah, it's just less likely for people to want to even try those characters or get to know those characters as much if they can't know the backings, the backstory and stuff. I don't know. It's a weird choice that they lock those behind that. It makes sense for like in the moment where it's like, oh look, there's a limited event area where you can do this or that or whatever, but then like, I don't know. The fact that anyone who plays past that point just can never play it, it sucks. I think they're working away based on developer's note. Again, like I said, I can almost bet that they would, because why wouldn't they? Like, it's something that the fans want, and it's something that I'm sure they want too, because it's content they worked on that they probably care about themselves, and it's just gone. Like all the voice actors that did work in that, all the, if there was voice actors, all the music and everything. Like,
does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now.
They put them at the end of Genshin.
To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Yeah, there's also like all the mini games and all that type of stuff too. Like, the people made all of these different things, right? It's like the fact that a lot of them are gone now because they were timed. It's just, I don't know, strange. Reminds you of a poetry event where a big part of Diona's lore was expanded. Interesting.
He seems to be telling the truth.
So I'll probably have to go fight those treasure hoarders, I'm guessing.
But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say.
Yeah. Gold Snapple Archipelago had some incredible character background. Interesting. Yeah, exactly, Pokelove. It makes you want to get more attached. It makes you want to pull more. Also, welcome, Hench.
We should be able to follow their
Good to
tracks.
see you.
They couldn't have gone too far.
Yeah, it's always the treasure hoarders. There they are. Where they are. Where they at?
Time to act.
Yeah, I've heard the Albedo event's really good. That event with Fischl as well, I believe. Actually, I'm going to pause for about 2-3 minutes. I will be right back. I'm back. I'm back. That song is from Final Fantasy XIV. Yangxia Day Theme, Father's Pride. Fantastic song. The first one was from Dark Cloud 2. But excellent songs. And this one... Oh, thank you. This one always reminds me of just playing a bard in Final Fantasy and just playing music. Like, it's the reason why I decided, one of the reasons why I got so hooked into Final Fantasy is because I mained a bard, and just being able to throw on music and like, because I used mods and stuff like that, so I could just play music. Like, it's essentially being like a DJ, right? Just playing music through the in-game system.
Ornate umbrellas that block neither rain nor shine.
There's a lot of fantastic music you can play.
Decoration.
Sounds fantastic in this system.
We really outdid ourselves. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot.
Just like
besides that one house.
Post up in Limsa and just play music for like a couple hours and just have a huge crowd around me listen, like vibing out to all the video game music I played. That was always cool. It's a precursor to me being a YouTuber.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from.
I will definitely be doing Enkonomia before Sumeru. I'm looking forward to that place.
Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in Hoarder history. You the man, boss!
You the man.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson.
I just auto AFK and put on a playlist. I like to be more hands-on with it. Like, depending on who the people are around me and what they're liking and stuff like that, I'll play a song. Like, let's say I'm playing a song from Undertale or something like that, and like a group comes up and they're like, "Oh, Undertale, wow!" Like, I'll put on more music from Undertale and try and mix in something else that's kind of similar to Undertale or something like that. Like, and just kind of vibe through it, like do like a DJ set kind of thing. And it usually does pretty well. Like, I've had up to like 50 to 100 people all crowded around me just hanging out. It's always fun. Just vibing out to the music. It's one of the things I love about Final Fantasy XIV. It's such a good community most of the time.
Inadmissible evidence! Animal hypostasis emulation!
Keep back!
Nice. Slapped him around.
There goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know?
Interesting. Okay. Well, I read the manga before Sumeru. I do plan on reading it. Honestly, I've been meaning to. I just keep forgetting. But if there's something lore related to Sumeru, then I'll certainly make sure I do. I might even do it before the next stream. It depends how much time I have and stuff. But I definitely do want to read it.
Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Yeah, sure, boss. I'll join the treasure hoarders. Why not? Paimon can be the hero from now on. I'll be a treasure hoarder. Forget it. Tell us all you know about Kurosawa.
Kurosawa? Oh, I remember.
Yeah, I worked hard to steal this.
So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
Manga reading stream? I don't know. It depends how big it is, because it'd probably be a lot of reading.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
I don't know, we'll see.
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
What's in the box? There's lore for a few different characters, not mandatory, but interesting to read. Yeah, I definitely do want to, just like, from what you guys were saying about, like, the history of, like, Diluc and Kaya and stuff like that, and Mondstadt. And there's a lot of really interesting things that I love the lore already that I've seen and that I've heard. And I just want to gather as much as I can now and, like, get more of the bigger picture. And I feel like that manga is definitely a part of that. What's in the box?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
It's a head. It's a human head. It's like Gwyneth Paltrow, I think, or something. I don't know. Someone's head.
Yeah, a lot of, and they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here.
Aoi.
We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this.
Aoi.
As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yeah, get him, Paimon.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, the wife's head. I just can't remember what the actress's name was. I want to say Gwyneth Paltrow, but I can't remember. Hey, welcome, Douglas. Good to see you.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Just working through some Archon quests here in Inazuma.
Let's just get out of here.
Get out of here, Tadao. Go. Started watching Darling in the Franxx, the anime. I don't know if you have seen it, but such strange pacing for this anime. Like, starts off all like mecha, but like really cool, action focused, and like 6 episodes in, it starts to get really like slice of life and really like silly. It's very strange. There's like a beach trip episode on like episode 7. It's weird. It's like, oh, crazy mech battles against giant monsters, and then, oh, we're gonna go on a beach trip. Anime's funny. It's pretty good though, overall. Working through my backlog. This place? Yeah. Yeah, the opposite of most anime progression, yeah.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something?
Yeah. It was paced almost like episode 6 was meant to be the end of the season or something like that. And they just kind of decided to start the second. I don't know. It's strange. I'm curious how it'll go from here because I've only watched like 2 episodes past. Like, I'm on like episode 9. Like, 7 and 8 were both like slice of life episodes. So, I don't know.
Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
Not that there's anything wrong with slice of life. I do love that. It's just, like I said, strange pacing to go from, like, typically if they're going to have like a beach episode or slice of life episodes, the filler episodes, they're going to be like in between the crazy parts or like later on in the series kind of thing. Not like right after the first initial kind of conflict gets resolved for the first time. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely is kind of fan servicey. Like it's like Pacific Rim, but like way more innuendo. You know what I mean? Like just littered with it. But
so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it.
The mech designs are cool, and so are the
pay off his debts.
so are the monsters that they fight. They're kind of interesting designs and stuff, and the way that they come up like deal with them and stuff. But yeah.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from.
Yeah.
How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Here we get the actual reason.
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs.
Oh.
He'd always put the payment on his own account.
That's what it is. Okay. So he's been getting these emergency rations, but they were actually him getting the food, buying the food from her, getting like debt for it, and then went to go give it to people all the time. The moment he lost his vision, he forgot that he was doing this, and people are like, where's the emergency rations? And it's like, there were never emergency rations. He was just giving away free food.
However,
Interesting.
the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
Yeah, they took the definition of cockpit and Darling in the Franxx a bit too far. Yeah, they did. They certainly did.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Yep. And now the people are all coming after him and being like, hey, where's our free food you were giving us?
Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions and no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
Because they didn't know it was coming from him. I mean, still, it's, yeah.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances.
Or maybe they did.
In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice.
Yeah.
If you ask me, Had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now.
Yeah. Grimm's isekai title would be I solved everything by knowing anime tropes, but everyone thinks I can see the future. I could see that. I'd watch that anime. It'd be very meta, which is not a bad thing. Am I enjoying Inazuma music? It's fantastic so far. Like, there's definitely a few themes that I've heard before in different, like, concerts and things like that. But the stuff that I've heard off the side is also just really, really good. Like, I love the vibe and the setting of Japan, and the kind of traditional Japanese music styles are really cool. Similar to China, right? They have a similar kind of, somewhat similar vibes anyways. Very steeped in, like, mysticism and just a respect for the calmer beauty of things. Just cool. Like this music that's playing right now, right? It's like very much like respect of calm beauty is the way I think of it. Like just the simplicity and like reverence for history and things like that.
Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone,
okay, he didn't
I'm
tell.
still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
Unfortunately, he doesn't remember.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now.
Although, talking about like how anime tropes, you can kind of anticipate how they'll be, it can be a blessing and a curse sometimes. Like, sometimes, especially if you're watching a little older anime, like I just finished watching Black Lagoon recently, and there are certain tropes in it that just kind of like are so overplayed that you kind of know how things are going to go in certain ways, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Again, it was still a good show overall, but I feel like I would have enjoyed it more had I not known about these tropes and the different like ways stories are structured and stuff. Like the best ones are when they surprise you and they go a different way than you'd expect, like something like Game of Thrones where every character is essentially on the chopping block potentially. You never know who's going to make it, right? Whereas like something like Black Lagoon, it's like almost every character has plot armor. Almost every single one.
I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell.
The other thing is, it always annoys me when an anime or a game or something like that cuts forward at the very beginning of the game or the story. It's like you see the future at the very beginning, especially if it's like an action-focused series or game or whatever, where you know people's lives will be on the line, because it flashes forward and you see every single character that's going to live at the end of the game kind of thing. And then throughout the game, the entire time you're going through, whether it's a movie or show or game or whatever, you know that these specific characters are safe. No matter what happens to them, no matter what situations they get into, they're going to be safe because you saw them in the flash forward at the very beginning of the show or the game or whatever. It's annoying to me, because it's like, you give away too much information doing that. And yeah, it's very rare that it's done well. Final Fantasy 16 did it well. That's one of the few. But they also started in the future, went back to the past, and then cut back to the future. So, but yeah.
In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think.
Yeah, that's true, Hench. When you watch a more meta show like that, like, what's it called? The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. That's another good one that's just, like, very meta. And it builds off the idea that you know kind of these tropes, these settings, these whatever, right? But, yeah. I haven't heard Chiori yet, so I don't know if the voice actor's the same.
Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for.
Oh yeah, Gintama. I need to get back to that. I've only ever watched like the first 2 seasons. But fantastic anime.
Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
What bill? I'm not settling his bill.
But we didn't buy anything.
Or is it for information?
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and Inazuma music is definitely the most calm and mysterious. Sumeru music is sad at times. Fontaine music feels like an open green fields of the English countryside. Outlaw feels like a good big party. That's kind of the vibes of those countries too, so it makes sense. Although Sumeru, I'd say it's definitely sad at times, but it's also like, I don't know, it's interesting, like, because it can also be like a big party or like a, I don't know. There's so much to Sumeru music from what I've heard. Yeah. It's interesting how diverse it is because there's both the Egyptian vibes and the Middle Eastern vibes. Yeah, whimsical for sure. Like traveling through a Middle Eastern bazaar or something like that at some points, and like others you're in the lush wilderness. I would like the story at this time. It's really good. I'm doing Dane's quest and getting all the story drops, like that was super interesting. Like learning more and more about the world and the lore. It's fascinating. Can't wait to learn even more than this. But, yeah.
Don't worry. I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
I found more than that behind the bar. Fair enough.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession.
Yeah, priceless sword.
Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
We just put the sword in his hands. Maybe he sells the sword. Pay off his debt and get more food. He's already very selfless, I can see that. Let's go here. Go in from the outside. Go, go, go! Yeah, that's true, Pokelove. You could have just bolted after she gave you the information. Like, what's she gonna do? Take it back? Like, just like steals your vision. Oh, you don't have a vision, I guess, but.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I think they left before I left.
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left.
I presented them with, yeah.
It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
Actually. Your encounter with the treasure hoarders in conversation with
That
Aoi.
just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was?
It's interesting that, like, a core tenet of his personality seems to be gone from this, as well as his memories and stuff. Which I guess is like, aspirations and things like that, I guess. I don't know.
I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand.
Really? You don't understand?
But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so.
Mind if we take a look?
This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely.
Yeah, don't play with swords, kid. Losing a vision can have several effects on people depending on from person to person. Interesting. I figured it was more streamlined between everyone, like just losing their ambitions and their memories or whatever, but yeah, it's interesting.
What did he say?
I guess whatever power you needed.
I can't seem to remember that either.
For kind of thing. It's like a monkey's paw almost. Although, while you have it, it doesn't take them away from you. It's just if you're separated from it. Like, have that embedded into my skin or something. Like, no one's taking it. I mean, they can take your...
that I forgot
take your skin.
many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever.
Getting
No
a fight
matter
with,
how hard I try to remember,
getting a fight with some Cenobites and they take your skin along with your vision, and then you're screwed anyways.
all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands.
It's a fantastic backing track for this whole scene here.
And said to me, with this sword, you should.
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt.
It's probably the thing you were just saying.
Can you recognize the words?
No. The words are virtue and justice.
Virtue and justice?
Virtue and justice.
Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up.
Well, none of the people know that you were giving them to them. They thought they were coming from the government or whatever.
The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me.
They just see you as bureaucracy. A representation of the government that keeps them down and stuff. Or the Shogun, I guess.
And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade.
This isn't about the rest of the quest at all, but I think they're trying to highlight how the receiving of a vision is quite deep connected with the soul of the person receiving it. Yeah, for sure. This is the first time they've kind of focused on it this much. Like, yeah, it's super interesting. Recommend reading the vision story of one of your favorite characters and their character profile. Yeah, I'll have to do that.
I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul.
Yep.
When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses.
Yeah, true. Kind of like North Korea. It's kind of like Japan used to be back like a few hundred years ago. Or like, I think 100 years ago it might have been still closed off. I'm not, maybe no. I can't remember when it was. I think it was the 1800s. When Japan was like fully closed off. But yeah, it's always an interesting setting. It was the same setting as like Wano and One Piece, right?
In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword.
Yeah, Japan had a real Sakoku decree. That's true. Losing a vision is no trifling matter.
Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience.
No vision? Oh, you're maidenless, are you? Yeah, that's funny. Although he doesn't, it's like, I don't need a maiden, I'm asexual or something like that. Like, I can replicate with myself. I have my own power.
Fortunately for us, let's go find the next poor soul.
Because he doesn't need a vision, or they don't need a vision, right? The travelers. Whereas everyone needs a maiden. Or a mister. Or a leister. Whatever floats your boat. Ha! Ooh. I can't train. L plus ratio plus no vision plus no sister. That's rough.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive.
Sounds
This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine.
Yeah, I enjoy Razor. He's fun to play as, although I'm going to be switching him out with Shinobu, Kuki Shinobu eventually. But he is still pretty good.
Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
I could see that, Douglas. There are many similarities between Genshin and One Piece, except in this one you're traveling over land mostly instead of over the ocean, but like, yeah, just how different each individual like location is and stuff like that. And just like you integrating yourself into the community, although that's most RPGs to be fair, but still.
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Right as rain. Also, all the different characters with unique unique abilities and stuff. It's like devil fruit eaters and stuff, whatever.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately!
Hey, be nice.
Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
Bring it on. I can take it.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Oh, that music's swell. I don't think I've heard this one either. Damn. We're here to become disciples.
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Make-Your Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here.
You think?
Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert.
Double dendro boost dendro reactions quite a bit. Interesting. Yeah, ideally I think what I would do is I'd replace Razor with Shinobu, and then probably once I get to Sumeru, I'd swap in probably Tainari, I would assume. I think, because I would like to use Tainari. He seems like really solid. He's also one of my few 5 stars I would like to build. So then I would have like probably Singcho, Sucrose, and then yeah, Kuki Shinobu and Tainari. Although I'm not sure whether I'd rather have Sucrose or Yanfei. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering.
Possessed?
He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
There's also the possibility that I'll unlock other characters too, like other than like Nouvellette and stuff, that by that time I might want to mix someone else in. I don't know. We'll see. We can wait till he's recovered, or I'm not going back until I can call him my sensei.
I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave.
I actually think I have a C3 Kale, to be honest, because she was one of the first that I got drops for. So I have actually pretty decent Kale, so I could use her instead of, or I could use her as well as, yeah. I definitely could do that. Like Kole, Tainari, and Kuki Shinobu, and then Singcho. I don't know.
Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard.
The only 5 stars I have are Chi-Chi and Tainari, and the Traveler, of course.
Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters.
Never losing a fight.
He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him.
But yeah, that won't be till I get to Sumeru, because I don't want to jump ahead of Inazuma and get to Sumeru just to farm mats. I'd rather work my way there, so like I said, I'll take some time. Once I get to the area I can do it, I'll gather the materials I need and level up Kuki, Shinobu as much as I can. And then once I get to Sumeru, then I'll start working on Tainari and Kole and stuff like that. Nouvellette as well, yeah. Although again, Nouvelette I believe is from Fontaine, so I'll have to build from Fontaine materials once I get there too, right? So as I get to each new area, I'll be adding new characters to my team and stuff. So yeah, it would have been nice to get Naida, but whatever. It is what it is.
But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train.
Oh, wait.
Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the Shrine Maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
Dendro Traveler's close second to Naida. Interesting. And once I get caught up with the Archon quest, I'll have plenty of time to build teams. Yeah, that'll be fun. Just having access to everything and being able to go freely wherever.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism.
So I have to go to this shrine and get one of these shrine maidens then?
So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
Get an exorcism.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Interesting. I always like to mix in this kind of mechanic, like, oh, you have to come back at a certain time. Alright. That, because why not? Yep, I have enough to grab those. Very cool. What's up? Let's do this exorcism.
So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness.
Fits of madness?
Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer ever since.
Wanderer, you say? All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we know, others we didn't recognize. But they all seem to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. Okay. I actually skipped past that.
Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the Shrine Maidens managed to subdue him. So the exorcism can finally continue.
Subdue him, Shrine Maidens.
The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon.
I mean, again, as you guys were saying, like, it's definitely possible this guy got really messed up because the vision left him and, like, unable to regulate his anger or his fear or, I don't know, something.
Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Maybe he is haunted, I don't know. What's that? What the first guy I met?
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
Alright. Go sniff him out, Razor.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Yes. Oh, this piano melody.
Definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up.
Hey, look at that Spain crystal.
Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be him!
Yeah, isn't this the guy I met first?
How did you catch up with me? Are you sure you're Domon's disciples?
Domon.
You move even quicker than he does, unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you?
Have a good night, Hyper. Enjoy some Honkai Star Rail. Best of luck if you do any rolls and stuff.
And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news, mister. Yeah, Sunday does seem awesome.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
Okay.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me.
Why did you run?
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again.
Why not?
When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Meikyo Shisui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Meikyo Shisui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception.
Did he lose his memory of the Shisui art or something? Yes, I do remember Douglas. Vision users are allergenes, people who may have the opportunity to ascend to Celestia. They're called God's Eye.
But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world.
Yeah, Zoro.
Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade.
Yeah.
I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Yeah, what'd he do?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me.
Me, it was supposed to be me.
Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body.
Exactly, and then he got beat by Dracul Mihawk and vowed to never lose again.
After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword.
Started using 3 swords, put one in his mouth. He was crazy.
So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten.
That's funny. In Chinese vision, eye of God. Well, Gnosis, heart of God. We just need the hands to complete Exodia. You need legs too. Come on now. But yeah. Exodia, obliterate.
So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
No shade on Zoro. Zoro's fantastic. It is like, imagine another series or show or like Genshin, where a dude just had two swords in his hands and one in his mouth. Like, just using a sword in your mouth is a strange thing to do. Obviously, there's moments where Zoro makes it really cool in the show, but still. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub is a comedy. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, Yug. Baby
Seems
dragon.
like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us.
See how it's coming along. I was thinking the other day, imagine if they made a Pokemon game like Genshin, like big open world RPG where you control each Pokemon like you can control team members in Genshin.
What?
That'd be crazy.
He isn't possessed?
Like, they could even do it with the gacha mechanic where you like, are you gonna roll for a Charizard or are you gonna roll for this? And each character has or each Pokemon obviously has their own elemental uses, moves, and controls and different abilities and stuff. Like, I think it would work really well to do something like this in Pokemon style.
Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is
Yeah,
that possible? No,
I have no faith in
I
them.
refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
I have no faith in Game Freak to be able to do something like that, but I'm just saying it would be really cool if it was done well. Like, if they licensed out Pokemon to MiHoYo kind of thing and got them to do it.
Nanako, please, try not to get agitated.
I've always liked our action RPGs. The gacha mechanic I could take or leave. Like, it's not bad or anything like that, but that's not the reason why I play this though. Right? Yeah, I'd like more open world exploration Pokemon game. I mean, I really liked Scarlet and Violet and Pokemon Legends Arceus. They were good.
I am sorry. With what powers I have,
Little janky,
I can
but
find no sign of any malignant spirit
fun.
having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty.
Pokemon at home in Genshin?
And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yae has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Congrats, Silver. What's the bad news?
Lady Yae? Is that the same Lady Yae that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news. Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
150 polls. I mean, you got the characters you wanted, so you can always build those polls back up. But yeah, I mean, it's worth it.
Correct. Lady Yae is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yae can give a conclusive verdict.
That's a shame, Silver. Sorry to hear that.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yae?
It is tempting, Douglas, but I have too many games on the go right now, and with Genshin being my main focus, I don't know that I want to start. We were just actually talking about this earlier, but I'll probably wait till I'm closer to the end of my gameplay of Genshin before I get into Honkai Star Rail. Probably. I don't know. Again, I might start like Honkai Impact 3rd on my second channel or something like that. Just do a casual playthrough there in videos or something. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I would like to play Honkai Star Rail as well, and Impact 3rd and Zenless Zone Zero. It's too much.
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yae does not like to be kept waiting.
That's not even mentioning, what's it called? Arcanites or like Zenith Zone Zero, like I don't know, Wuthering Waves as well. There's too many.
I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
I knew I'd go to the shrine eventually.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
How dare you? You've offended Nanako.
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself.
She has what now?
Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
I will gladly join you.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Yeah, I mean, if she spends time with her, knows her well or something like that. Heck yeah. And it's up on the top of the mountain. I knew it would be, but that's cool, honestly. I wanted to go up there. It's also the one... They have the biggest ship in Genshin. Interesting. Right. Fastest way to get there. I think I might go up here first. Get that first.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Oh yeah, nice tortilla. Finished Yonder, Bioshock Infinite, Dishonored 2, working on Death's Door and V Rising. Good games. I've never tried Yonder, but I've played the rest of them. Death's Door is really good. I have Death or V Rising, but I haven't actually played it yet. What I'll do a lot of the time is I'll invest in games. Like, I'll buy a game when it's on sale in early access, and I won't play it until it fully releases. I did that with V Rising and Valheim. Haven't played either one yet. Now they're fully out. Also, Core Keeper was another one. Like, very popular indie games. Probably do the same with a trading card simulator or whatever. Trading card shop simulator. That looks really good, but I'll wait till it's fully released to play it. They should be using her full title of respect. Her Excellency, the Almighty Narakami Ogosho, God of Thunder. This is probably the hardest path to take up here. There's a path. Beyond is a short farming game. I remember seeing it on Steam, I've just never checked it out. Only buy games on sale. Yeah, when it's a stable release. Yeah, I get that. I can tell very quickly when there's a game I really like, or when I'm going to like a game. So, I have no problem investing in games on early access that I know I'll play eventually, but I don't like playing games that are like demos, like where you play an early access game and like you get like a couple hours in and then that's it, because there's just no more content. I'll fight you later. I have to climb a mountain. I could have switched to Kirara, but she'd probably die if she got hit once by the Batui. Yeah. There's a gradient to this mountain. There we go. This is such a fantastic song, battle theme. Just like chill for a minute. I believe that song was in the Inazuma Symphony. He tried to bait HSR Simps because I've been baited. Georgia's getting upset. Araumi. haven't seen any. Oh, hey, this one. Those places. Can I see any collectibles from here? Any oculi? Don't see any. Yeah, whatever. I need to make my way up to the top of this mountain so I can get this fast travel point and do the quest, of course. See, there I will use Kirara for sure. This is a big mountain to climb. The only game you bought on release was Resi 2 Remake. That was a fantastic game. Oh, it was a soul music video, that's what it was. I did watch that too. Inazuma and Overlord of the... oh yeah, you're right, Overlord of the Thunderstorms. Yeah. There's an easier stairway next to Ayaka's house. Interesting. I'm just gonna climb the mountain. I mean, I have Kirara. Gotta pull out the cat box every once in a while. I also put Seiyu on my traveling group. Not that I really use it very much, but just because she can roll for so long. It's a little faster than Lynette. Mountain climber's route to the shrine. I probably wouldn't if I didn't have cat box. Because I'd gotta have an excuse to use the cat box. Kiwawa. I Kiwawa. I would like to build up Kirara as well. She seems like a fun character to play as. Not necessarily on my main team, but it's one of those characters I do want to build. Oh no! Fight's out! I'm gonna die. What's this? Just flee. Flee the random mobs. Uh-oh.
Yep.
That's a good... oh no! Okay, good. I lived. Just barely. Wow. I'd build her as a teammate for Dainari. I mean, that is a possibility for sure. Like, the only thing is that Cole is, again, C3. So, I'll just double check here. I think she is. Yeah. So what does this actually do for me? When the party not in the field, energy recharge increased. Passive talent floral sidewise changed to this, the floral ring. Interesting. Scent of summer. Increase max level of floral brush by 3. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know if it's better or worse. I also have Keva. I don't think he's really that great, but get my stam back. My stamina. C6 will change things. Yeah, I mean, eventually. I don't have anyone past... like, Cole is my highest built at this point. For that. Dainari's want for a shield is way more important than anything even C6 Cole can provide. That is a point. And completing the Dendro statue gives you C6 Dendro Traveler. Ooh, yeah, that would be... I mean, that's probably the easiest way to get a C6. Yeah, my thing is, the main reason I would lean away from Cole and Dainari, is that they're both archers, and I don't know that I want to have two archers on my team. I mean, again, not that I would necessarily use their normal attack all that often, but still. I mean, Dainari I would, because his charged attack does really well, but... so many options for Dendro, yeah. Also, if anyone's interested in Skyrim-like games, just climbing the mountain made me think of it. Avowed seems like it's going to be really good. A lot of really good high reviews, high praise for it. I'm excited. I like Skyrim-like games. There's not many, but... hopefully it's good. I mean, Obsidian did do Fallout New Vegas, right? So, and the original Fallout games, but we'll see. Hey, look at that. That's beautiful. I think this is what I used for my first thumbnail for Inazuma, the last week's stream. This place is beautiful. I love the, like, again, sakura blossom leaves, the cherry blossom leaves coming through the sky. This music's also interesting. It's like the echo of a choir. With the soft harp melody. Let's switch back my teams. Child is a fake archer. Hello. I ring the bell. What? Ring the bells. Another bad one? Wait, where do I have to go? Okay, it's the back. Check out the cool thunder sakura. Oh yeah, cool. It's all goopy. That is really cool though. This is supposed to be a slow pan? Okay.
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junior is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
I definitely remember her from one of the trailers or demos, I believe.
It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me.
Child sucks at archery, so uses a bow to challenge himself. That's funny. Oh, interesting. You can level that up for rewards. Sigils gained from opening chests. Oh, cool.
I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Sex for him?
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
The sacred sakura tree. The crazy amount of Reddit theories about that tree is insane. That's really interesting. It's funny how gamers do that. They just focus on little things and go wild with them sometimes, even if there's no big significance. I mean, in this case, I would not be surprised at all if there's some big significance, or you might even know what it is by now. But like, yeah, it's just really cool. Like, when people do that, it's like, it always makes me think of the pendant in Dark Souls 1. It's like an item that did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But for years, people were convinced it did something in Dark Souls. And then eventually the developer or the director came out and pretty much said, like, it does nothing. It doesn't do anything. We just like to troll people. It does have a crazy lore. That's cool.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
Yeah, I know. He's just crazy.
But
losing his vision.
Yes. This is a change in the person himself.
He lost his composure, maybe? His resolve, I guess?
Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness.
Damn.
As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths.
You heard the sacred sakura tree is the One Piece? The One Piece is real!
As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
So we've heard.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not?
Yes.
Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it.
Yeah, I could see that. It's probably like the way that they functionally do this, stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation, is just like block out everything. Something like that. And if you block it all out, it's like bottling it up. Like you bottle up emotions for long enough, they're going to pop. And if you take away the one thing that's keeping the cap on that bottle, you'll lose your mind.
There was once one who claimed to
I've
be
been there.
indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Douglas Snow Angel mentioned that too. It's really cool.
Lady, I
always like that
I'm
mechanic.
not sure I understand.
The path of the Swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions.
Yep.
Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead.
The price of perfection.
When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now.
Makes sense.
Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Who's that?
Poor Sensei.
Oh,
To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm guessing she's talking to Raiden Shogun.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Onsai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Onsai?
Oh, you
Where
can
did
read your
he
fortune.
come from?
Cool.
Did he follow us the whole way here?
Onsai,
Up the mountain?
why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly.
Sigh.
But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran.
Ooh, the Natlon one stops you until the next update. Yeah, that could be a pain.
I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further.
So from here forward, those kinds of places will all be with sigils? Or is it just, like, these specific ones? Because obviously, like, the Dragon Spine was, you had the, I forget what they were called, the stones there, the red stones. And then there was the Lumen Spar in the chasm, right? Okay, sigils from now on. I mean, it's not a bad thing, you get sigils everywhere. Like, I think I have, like, 800 Liyue sigils right now, because I barely spent them. Like, probably 400 or 500 in, Mondstadt.
Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since
Spirit
you've been
Carp.
stripped of your ambitions too.
That's another thing I have to do. One of these streams will just go and jump into Chenyu Vale. Although I do know it came later on in the game's release cycle. I forget where it was, like 4 point something, I think, when you guys said it came out. But I would like to check that place out as well,
But that is
eventually.
no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that.
Yeah, after Fontaine, yeah. Yeah, so maybe when I get there, I'll go back and check it out.
But what if one day the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start?
Oh, interesting. The main city will have a tree that uses sigils, while the sub-regions have a tree that collects other things. That's awesome. I mean, if there's 2 lists of rewards to get for turning things in, heck yeah.
If there's a chance
Never
they'll
have too
end up
many
like me
rewards.
one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei,
After you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days.
For the rest of my days.
I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Okay.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Bring him back from the brink of madness.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands.
Yeah. Vicariously live through them.
Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me.
Yeah, it's always a shame to me, or just crazy to me to think about Douglas, just how... I mean, it's not just Genshin, any game that people have never played, or especially if it's a popular game or free-to-play, people automatically think negatively of it just virtue of the fact that it's free-to-play and has some kind of microtransactions or whatever it is, right? It's like Fortnite. I mean, because of how popular it is, there's a lot of people who will hate on it just for the sake that it's popular, especially popular with kids, right? And same thing with Genshin, like, they associate it with a certain thing, never try it out themselves, and just assume it's bad. Like, I have a few friends like that that's like, oh, it's a gacha game, I'm not gonna play, or whatever, right? Like, it's dumb. Me talking about Genshin so much to them has actually got them wanting to try these games out, but... I mean, even me, like, I hadn't tried any of them. It's not that I was against the gacha mechanics or anything. I just hadn't played it enough, right? But, yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun.
So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody.
4 years free to play and still enjoy the game. Yeah, I could imagine. Like, I'll be playing this for quite a long time. And also, like, I just never had free-to-play games on my radar, really, other than Genshin when I played it when it first came out. But, like, there's a lot of good free-to-play games out there. Like, not just ones that I've done music for, but, like, I mentioned the other day, like, Disney Speedstorm. It has some issues for sure, but, like, when it comes to kart racing games, it's probably the best aside from, like, Mario Kart. It's a really solid game, fantastic music, and you can play it free-to-play, too. Like, you don't have to pay any money for it. I don't know, it's a decent racing game you can play with your friends for free. But I'm enjoying it.
You are not in the same position
Every
that I
once in a while.
was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
Yeah, it's the whole judging a book by its cover thing. Like, people just assume what they want to assume and just never look past that.
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
Yeah, you don't even need 5 stars to experience the entirety of what the game has to offer, for sure.
You can count on that.
Really solid
I've
games.
been checking in on you occasionally, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them.
Like in Speedstorm, like I don't like my highest leveled character is like 40 or something like that, like 3 stars, 4 stars, whatever. And I can still take on 50s, like people who are max level, like as long as I race better. But I don't know, it's a fun game, and you can always start a new character and build them up from scratch and whatever. Yeah, there's honestly so many ways to get pulls. Like, I've only just started, and the fact that like now there's 2 different sources of like individual resource gathering things, like these trees or whatever, like that's a lot. And they keep giving away free stuff all the time. Every story mission you get stuff from, like running around the environment you get stuff from, like there's so many ways.
Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
Like, I've never felt like I was low on abilities or like ways to get prima gems and stuff, or get more rolls, more drops. Thank you, Shutsu, dealt disciples.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf.
Yes.
Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Yes, this is as good as a resolution as we can hope for.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
Really?
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores.
Yeah, it was all me who did absolutely nothing, pretty much.
For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
As always.
I have high hopes for you, child.
Child?
Don't disappoint me.
Genshin Fam has a bad rep. Yeah, it's strange. Again, like, there's always going to be problem people in any community, no matter who they are. But a lot of the time, they do better than what people give them credit for. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the whole judging a book by its cover thing never works out. It never helps anyone. Yeah, Toggle's real?
Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you.
Lady Yai just said child. I mean, Half-Life 3 confirmed, alright?
She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that.
Oh, congrats, Snow. Got Sunday.
We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Kamisato Ayato. Hey, adventure rank 41. Let me just go stare at this tree for a little bit. Oh, cool. It has like a dragon head. I didn't notice that before. That's so beautiful. Hey, look at that. Yeah, I got 6 electro sigils. Can't really do anything just yet, but... What's that? What's the level 2? It's level 17 to unlock a new ability for the Electrograna. Wow, there's a lot of levels. Damn. 50 levels? Fox head, not a dragon. Yeah, I guess I could see that. I think it's because the, like, azure blue eyes made me think dragon. How do I get the, thing? Fortune. Yeah, fortune slip. Jeez, she's so cold. Yes, I'd like one. Got it. Here's how it goes. First, shake this thing over here. Isn't it called a fortune slip box? Yes, a bamboo slip will drop out from it. Give it to me, and I'll give you a matching strip of paper. Pretty sure they say it's a fortune slip. Whatever. Electrogram is an item you pick up that helps with exploration. Yeah, you guys were saying that 50 levels in every region for the sorcery. Wow, that's cool. But yeah, you were saying that there's like oculi that I can't see or something like that. So I was wondering if there was an item that lets me see it or something. I don't know. I'll find out eventually. I don't need all the details or whatever. I'm just, yeah, it's cool. It's fate. You got a problem with that, huh? Eh? Isn't there a shelf-like thing outside we can use to... Did she seriously say tisk? Let me see. Oh, right. Oh, it's like this. Tie the inauspicious slip into the fortune slip hanger to change ill fortune to good. Ah, right. If you get a slip with ill fortune, just tie it to that shelf. That'll do. What a bunch of... No, sorry. We at the Grand Narakumi Shrine are most gentle indeed. Even if you should draw a slip with bad luck, you shall have a chance to turn it around. Something about this doesn't seem right. Let's go draw a slip, Grim. Yeah, let's do it. Wait, there it is. There's a chance every day to receive a fortune slip. The procedure is as follows. Shape up bamboo. Yeah. Try my luck. Yeah, this is the one person in every customer service job that hates their job and takes it on the customers. Pretty much. I mean, I don't blame them, but at the same time, it's like, there's better ways to do things. Open it up quick. Give me that bamboo slip. Right. The shrine really seems to lack a whole divine affection thing, huh? Here. Let's see how our luck's going. Ah, yes. You can only draw one fortune slip per day. Please remember that. It's too tiring otherwise. Wait, no. If not, you won't be able to use the fortune slip hanger too. No, that's not right either. What was I supposed to say? It's almost like a thief that, like, came in to steal from this place, and then you showed up just as they're, like, robbing the place, and now they have to act like they work there, or something like that. But they just want to get out of the place. Fortune slips are manifestations of the Archon's will. It is our place as mortals to respect it and do all we can. See, so elegantly put, so please remember, you only draw one fortune slip per day. Let Paimon see, let Paimon see. Wow, it says very auspicious, yeah. Looks like today's Paimon's lucky day. Yours. That's right, your fortune is Paimon's fortune, vice versa. Paimon's fortune is also your fortune. When Paimon eats good food, that's good fortune. So for the sake of your fortune, please give Paimon some good food. Wow. Yeah, free primos, that's cool. I do not get to see the fortune? Do I have to actually go out of my inventory and read it? There it is. Great fortune. Oh, the clouds disperse, revealing the moon in the sky. Whoever draws this slip will receive great fortune. With clarity in your heart, what you wish for will come true. Things will go your way today, whether there is something you wish to accomplish or someone you wish to meet. Now is the time to act. Your lucky object for the day? Ever-burning flaming flower stamen. The heat of the flaming flower comes from the fire of its heart. The reason everything will go your way is because your heart knows the path to take. Okay. I never put much stake in fortunes or anything like that. But still cool. Great fortune. Time for a 10 pull. I mean, I could. I could. This means guaranteed 10 5 stars and 1 10 pull trust. Impossible, but the thing is, I don't know that I want to burn my my pity till Nouvelette. I don't know. Yeah, here. Oh, I picked the wrong one. Commission. I'm actually gonna go turn in that commission before I do anything else. It's got all my rewards to claim. Imagine getting 10 5 stars and 1 10 pull and it's on Chaska. I mean, she seems like a decent character. I don't know that I have room for a another Animo character.
Add Astra.
Especially one that I won't be able to use for so long.
Thank you for completing. Add Astra.
By the time I get to Notlon, she'll probably be available again. I can roll for her if I want to. Genshin was also voted for Player's Choice, Player's Voice at the Game Awards if you want more free Prima Gems.
Add Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the
Yeah, I don't need your applesauce. Add your own extra applesauce. Let me see. What I have here? Oh, more stuff turning. Okay. Of course. I'm gonna head back to Inazuma. Oh, yes. Funny thing is, Sony made a separate category for Genshin because it won the last 3 times. I mean, it deserves it. I mean, Final Fantasies also should be in the running there, just because Final Fantasy XIV is also really good. Although I'd say this last batch, well, actually I haven't played Notlon yet, so I can't really say how it compares to Toliolol, but yeah, they're both really interesting. Yeah. This was also free, so I think I'm gonna take a quick break and then I'll probably play till about for another like 45 minutes after this. but I'm gonna take a quick break first. I'll be right back. Back, but gotta finish the song at least. Fantastic song. Also, welcome, JSO. Hopefully you're done with your running around now and you can just relax and chill. Always sucks on those busy days where you have to just go out and do a bunch of stuff. Who wants to do that? Yeah, it's a shame I missed that event. That's probably the one I regret most that I missed. It just seems really cool, and Fischl seems like a really interesting character and everything. Let's go continue on with the story quest now. See if we'll actually get to meet Raiden Shogun. Probably not anytime soon. Well, maybe. Who knows? Yeah. Same. I'm a lazy person as well. If I don't have to do something, I won't. At the same time, I'm a workaholic, so it kind of goes back and forth. I mean, I've taken, at this point, since I started making content on like the 8th of August, I've taken 2 days off, and one of those days was yesterday, and I still did an extra video today, so I could still put out a video for today. Like, fun times. Well, that event also had Kazuha in it. Interesting.
Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes?
Oh, cutscene.
Huh? Ayaka!
Why is Paimon's face like 2 colors there?
Huh? No.
Huh?
Ah, there she is. I've seen your demo.
Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Actually, we didn't really help at all. Yeah, we didn't really do anything. We just went and talked to people.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them.
I mean, the people around them kind of helped solve some things.
Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
The tic-tac-toe girl.
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Quick draw tic-tac-toe on her forehead.
Mm-hmm. Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
I mean, isn't that what every main character in every RPG is? It's like a little errand boy going around to do everything everyone else wants all the time. Sometimes you just slay monsters, a lot of the time you're just kind of running errands.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
She's just like talking for the traveler who's just feels the same way, obviously, because he raises his hand and just smiles. Friend request accepted.
Thank you both kindly.
Friend request denied.
Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
I hope they can one day be free from their torment.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential.
Probably.
Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people.
Friend request denied, forehead far too large.
But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure.
I think I do, but don't call me Shirley.
It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
I haven't even said anything. I will help you fight the vision hunt decree.
You will? Really?
But you must keep the promise you made me.
Naturally.
It doesn't seem like she has that big of a forehead. She just has bangs. I've never been a fan of bangs. I don't know, for whatever reason, just like the whole like bowl cut vibe. It just looks silly.
Bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all.
Lies. Lies and slander.
Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
I think you speak with a forked tongue. Turn around and have a devil face. Satan face. Kamisato Yaka. I mean, again, I'd have to see with the bangs cut off to see how big her forehead really is. It doesn't seem that huge. Like, I don't know. Most characters have hair over their foreheads, so it's hard to say. Also, there's no one else here. Why do we have to go somewhere else?
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
Ayaka and Catherine are the same voice actor. Interesting. She seems far less robotic here.
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access.
Ayaka isn't getting away with that Fodzilla. That's fair.
Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Yeah, add extra applesauce. I also absolutely love British TV. Like, I don't think it's because I'm Canadian, it's just in general, I've always loved, like, British series. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Have you ever checked out the show? Has anyone ever heard of the show Ideal? It's like, again, not exactly in line with Genshin necessarily or anything like that. It's just a very funny show. Fantastic show about, like, a weed dealer in Britain. But yeah, I like a lot of those shows. In-Betweeners, fantastic. What's it called? Doctor Who, of course. Like, there's a ton.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Okay.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
Yes, it makes you a fake Brit. You must now leave the country. Go live in America. Or Australia. Or Canada. Anywhere that British people have gone, take it over.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
Have a good one, Crusader. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out. Hope you're having a good day, good night, whatever. I'll probably only be going for another half an hour or so, too. Yeah, don't come to America. That's fair. What kind of god is the Raiden Shogun?
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions. Most of them formal ceremonies.
Watching Ghosts that has a UK and US version. Interesting. Never seen Ghosts or heard of it, actually. Makes me think of Being Human, which also had an English and British version. Or Life on Mars, which also had an English and British version. All fantastic shows.
She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply.
Imagine if they made like US version of Doctor Who. Like, that'd be crazy. Like, obviously there's not every show that's in the UK becomes a US show or whatever, but that'd be wild.
It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
You would watch it? That's fair. I mean, I'd probably be curious enough to check it out just to see what they did with it. And also what US actor they could possibly get to play Doctor Who, right? Like, I feel like Ryan Reynolds could do it, but he's Canadian. So, like, there's just certain people who have that vibe, like, kind of a quirkiness that works with it. Although, to be fair, there's been so many different Doctor Who's and they all have their own vibe, but still. Have you raised a formal objection to the Vision Hunt decree?
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped.
Not surprising. I have never seen the American In-Betweeners, but I haven't heard good things. So yeah, watch them cast Tom Holland. That's funny. I was just saying how there's a lot of British shows that come to the US, like The Office is another one I didn't mention before. Like, it'd be funny if they made a US version of Doctor Who, and I was saying, who would they even get to play Doctor Who? Like, which American actor? Also, Tom Holland isn't American, right? He's British. So...
They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything.
Like Matthew McConaughey, or something like that? Like, I don't know.
It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree.
Alright. Fedoras are cool. Alonzi, yeah? Is no one else fighting the Vision Hunt Decree?
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others.
Understandable.
Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
I mean, I don't think that they will do a US Doctor Who, but I'm just saying, if they did, it would be interesting. I think the closest thing maybe is like Torchlight, because, what was his name? The lead character of Torchlight, I believe, is American. But, yeah.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Harkness? John Hart? I forget. Is it Harkness?
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sango no Miya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group.
So build a resistance army essentially against the Raiden Shogun. And then attack, maybe? That'd be cool.
To say a little more about Sango no Miya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems.
Like that they address the people who don't have visions. Inazuma story has a lot of political details. Yeah, Japanese stuff you often do. I don't think I see your comment, Snow Angel. I haven't done anything. Maybe YouTube flagged it for some reason. I see you said, yeah, Tom Holland is British, and as long as they do a good job with it. And how my post didn't work, so I don't know. Unless it's one of those. Possible.
But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree.
Yeah, politics are often a big part in Japanese stories. But, I mean, it is usually interesting, especially if it's like, I forget what era this is called, like this kind of era politics, like with shogunates and like samurais and ronins and like all that type of stuff. I have no further questions.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
There's no time, Paimon.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
It's about another American adaptation of a British show. I did mention Being Human and Life on Mars before. They were both really good. Sino doesn't know what this game is. It's Genshin. Genshin begged.
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
Yeah, I really like Life on Mars. I always like a really fantastic, surreal show like that. I have never checked out Ashes to Ashes. Not familiar with that one.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment,
I think
all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
Counterfeits? Oh, I guess to give them a fake.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Ghosts. Yes. That's actually what I started this conversation from, was from you saying you watched Ghost that was on US and Canada, or US and UK. Oh yeah, Ashes to Ashes, the sequel series to Life on Mars. I think I might have, actually. the name didn't ring a bell, but I do remember watching like a follow-up series of theirs.
Don't underestimate
remember
the
nothing of
talents
it.
of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
I think I remember mostly Life on Mars because I watched it like twice or something like that over the years. I could definitely rewatch them though. It was a really good series. Both versions, although I think the British version was a lot better. If I'm remembering correctly. The German version had Harvey Keitel, I think. I can't remember, honestly. Must have been where Venti went.
The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryo Commission.
Have to bust him out.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
British TV has some great crime drama stuff. Whitechapel is good. Interesting. I've never checked that out. Although I don't typically watch a ton of crime dramas anymore. I used to when I was younger, but... Oh yeah, you're right. Venti wears a fake vision. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's surprised he's able to hide his identity when there's a giant statue of Barbados. That's true.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu.
He has saved many others. It's only right that he should be saved too, yeah.
Exactly. I feel the same
Prison
way.
Break?
But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission,
Prison
breaking
Break.
him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt.
Just gotta give me a month where I draw the entire layout of the prison on my body in tattoos. So you're offloading that job to me then? Yeah.
By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Nagonohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
Another British series I really liked is one called The Misfits, I think. It's like a more grounded superhero show. I'm always a sucker for superhero shows, no matter what they are. Like, I loved Heroes for the most part, and like things like that. But yeah, Misfits was great. I think it's called Misfits. Yeah, Misfits. Yeah, it's a classic. Got new mail. Hey, thank you to all travelers. 1 of 5. Okay, so you get in patches. The road behind us is paved with memories, and now, the next chapter of our journey awaits. Thank you for your support. Genshin Impact won the PlayStation Partner Awards 2024 Excellence Award. As a token of our gratitude, we will be giving away a total of Primo Gems X1000 from December 4th to December 8th. Thank you for accompanying us on your journey. Yeah. Primo Gems. Yeah, I just don't recognize him when you went about the statue of the city. Yeah, it's crazy. My most lucky day. Cool.
Calculate.
Hey, look at that. I got enough for 2 more. So at 22 now.
Those are correct.
Alright.
Wanwen Bookhouse is due to receive a batch of new releases today. Might we add a small detour to our adventure?
I was like, why is Ayaka talking about books? It's like, oh yeah, it's Xingqiu. Yeah, Prima Gems. Go to the fireworks. You got it. West. The commission's commission. Okay. I'll do that later. That's the fastest way here. I mean, it's not much of a faster route, but... Let's go. We get one more part of a quest done before I call it for the night. I go for another like 20 minutes or so.
just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me.
Okawara Goemon.
If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time. You'd best save yourself the trouble.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
Doesn't work like that, buddy.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold, can we?
Let's knock around these samurai. Let's move.
Hey, wait!
Who's this?
Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention.
Oh yeah, she looks familiar. I remember the demo of hers. I don't remember her name.
Come on, this way. What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help?
Shh, quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment.
I guess the one I said was really like light and bubbly, like happy-go-lucky kind of thing.
Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait. You do have a vision.
Of course, she looks like an anime character.
Shh. If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right. Here, take it.
Wise choice. All right, let's go.
He's a walking firework. Is it a fake one he had?
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it?
Please, I beg of you, don't use my elemental burst, lady.
This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
Yeah.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Seems we were fooled too.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya. Sorry about that.
Paimon used Paimonial Wrath. It was not very effective.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Yeah, definitely very bubbly. Yoimiya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it. Ugh.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Your cheerfulness is honestly super contagious. Yeah, feels like it.
Master Masakatsu?
It's always nice when someone's that upbeat, but also like, I don't know, to the point, not to the point where it's overwhelming and overbearing. Like she can be serious at times, but also fairly silly. A good version of that is like Luffy, right, from One Piece. Like he can be overly like silly sometimes, but then he can be very well grounded at some points. Like so, it's like, but overall, it's a lot more of the silliness than it is the seriousness. So it can be a bit too much sometimes, right? Not that it's a bad thing all the time, but like it can get to be a bit too much in some situations.
Huh? Do you guys know him too?
We were just on our way to rescue him.
You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently.
We all laugh about her Paimonial Wrath till we have to face at the end of the game. Yeah, final boss Paimon.
But if I just merged straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble.
Interesting, her voice actor was a pyrotechnician? That's fascinating.
So, what about if I join you instead?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do.
Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
She's helping us find her siblings so she can wipe us both out together. That's great.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
Heck yeah.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Mr. Masakatsu. We're on our way.
Yeah, Klee and Yoimiya. I could imagine that being pretty crazy. I still haven't met Klee yet in this playthrough or at all. I think I have her, like,
time to break him out.
Character quest I can do, but yeah, I haven't met her at all. Like, I've unlocked a couple of the story quests, yeah. I've unlocked a couple, but I haven't done any yet. I will. I do intend to. So I've got Ganyu, Tartaglia, Zhongli, and Klee. It's just what I have available. And then I've got these ones as well, which I'll just slowly unlock. Yeah, I still haven't done any of these yet. I wouldn't mind running some story quests eventually. Fantastic song, too. Let's see, where am I going here? Yeah, you won't really meet Klee outside of story quests or perhaps future events. Yeah, I could see that. Where am I going? Oh, yeah. Fastest way to get here, probably up here. Seems like a prison. Hey, I thought I could interact with the dog. That's a shame. Some hostile people have recently appeared in Inazuma City. We urge all citizens to stay alert. If you notice any suspicious outsiders entering the city, please report what you've seen immediately. Okay. I'll report it right away. Supposed to go around the back. Oh, I am. Cool. Few story quests that fit into the Archon quest main timeline. A lot of characters are introduced with limited events, so they don't get much time. Oh yeah, like Fischl. That's a shame. Secret passageway. Is this like a dungeon kind of thing? Like, is this gonna take a while? That's good. Good. Yeah, I do intend to do the Raiden Shogun story quests as well. That's domain, yeah. Police Detention Center. Yeah, I'll just do this and then it'll be it. That'll be my stream for tonight.
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined.
Ooh, nice. We got this song too.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here.
Heck yeah. If I had a nickel for every time I did a prison break in a video game, I'd have like 50 cents.
I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu. I'll be right back. You sure? Alright then. Yes, you too.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm Master Masakatsu. Yeah, this does seem really cool environment.
Absorption test. Boom boom.
Yeah, see, I really thought that I would have to like scale back my world level. But I mean, I did grind a decent amount to get everyone to 70, all their weapons to 70 and stuff, so we're doing alright.
Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Alright.
Show me what you've got!
For your arraignment! Witness the power of good
Show me what you got!
Know my sword! Stand clear!
Show me what you've got! I must withdraw.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Kind of a waste.
I dare you!
What's he doing?
Absorption test. Rain cutter.
Oh, you're mine.
Watch your step! Train harder.
Leveling up characters' weapons is enough until AR-45. Yeah, you guys have been saying that. That's fine. I don't mind grinding to collect the right artifacts and build them up and stuff like that. I mean, compared to like Final Fantasy XIV, where you have to like grind the end game,
Body and mind.
end game dungeons or end game raid fights and stuff to get some of the highest level gear, to only do like a incremental amount of more damage. Like, I'd prefer something like this, even though it's more of a grind. Or I guess equal, I don't know. RNG based, yeah. I've had my share of fighting with RNG. Never ends, but I'm used to it.
Time to act. May my final stand be a monument to chivalry. Witness, incinerate!
I won't forget this.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Yeah, they're tougher than normal. Look at that, they're so tough. Been doing Arlecchino's domain for 2 months for a better attack sans. Haven't had one. Damn, that's rough. Yeah, the worst RNG I've had to deal with is 100%ing Binding of Isaac. Because there's just like so many different drops and so many like such high odds of getting those, or such low odds getting the drops you need.
Don't hold back!
Let me leave you a verse.
Get it?
Allow me to strike first!
Motion to compel.
Show me what you've got! Don't hold back! Take this!
Body and mind. Rain outlines your fate.
I dare you!
Witness the power of Gurwa.
Watch your step!
Yeah, it's only really necessary for endgame stuff or Abyss Theater. Yeah, that's fair. The high-end challenge stuff.
Absorption test.
God.
Invisible evidence.
Don't hold back!
Nice.
Train harder.
Just. It's the best part of the song, I think. What's this?
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Shocks me when it's lit up, I'm guessing. Maybe? I don't know. Whatever. Oh, it does switch. Whatever.
Teach me a lesson.
Incinerate!
It's a trap. Yeah, I knew it was a trap. I just wasn't sure when it wore off.
Animal test 6308. Let me weave you a verse. Animal hypostasis emulate.
I kill you! I must withdraw.
Watch here!
Let's do this.
Don't hold back!
For your arraignment!
Allow me.
I bolt with that.
First!
Witness the power of the Wa.
Okay.
Absorption test. Incinerate!
Don't hold back!
Fire and water. Lightning.
I need to train harder.
Got him. Go another one. There we go. I think that's probably it. The song goes so hard. Hey, surprise! Get out of here. I lift. I thought I saw an extra platform here. Damn. Missed it. Is it gonna come back down? Hopefully it comes back down. Okay, good. Yeah. This Japanese trap beat didn't have to go this hard, but I'm glad it did. Yeah, exactly. I love how much they experiment with different styles. Never know what to expect, and it's always just so good. There we go. Who are you? And why are you gonna go off the ledge? No, don't do it! Don't do it! He's still alive down there. Interesting. Yeah, get it. Sweet. It's a weird prison. Hey, free chest. Like, it's always based on video game logic, of course, but like, these things just make no sense whatsoever in practical means. Like, well, I'm just taking a prisoner in, like, oh yeah, take him through the crazy labyrinth. Make sure you have the 3 Megatama things. Like, are these like supervillains? Damn, that looks beautiful. Very cool.
Shh! Quick! Hide! Look over there. That must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Yeah, classical, traditional, and modern. Yeah, it's so cool to see.
Locking you up was just the beginning.
Like, other than movies and TV show scores and things like that, it's rare to hear a lot of classical music that much, and especially new twists on classical music. Like, if we didn't have video games, like, these things could be, like, lost to the history of time kind of thing. But video games, just in general, a lot of the time, build off of classical music to make, and using more modern techniques and things like that to make amazing music. Like, look at the Pokemon music, Undertale, this, like, there's so many examples, like, all video game music is that kind of thing. Yeah, that's true Pokemon love. It's also the TARDIS situation. Looking at the basement, there's no way it fits in the tiny building. Yeah. It's bigger on the inside.
Oh no! Those Tenryou Commission brutes are torturing him!
If we don't
Where'd she
come
come
up with
from?
a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
Yeah. We can only grit our teeth for now.
I can't bear to watch.
We could beat them up.
If anything happens to Master Masakatsu, our whole plan will have been for nothing.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Uh-oh. This character looks like another NPC or actual person.
Ah, ma'am.
Kinoshita. Looks too anime to be a normal NPC.
We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
Huh? Who's that? That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
I think Kazuha mentioned her before.
Make way. Let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulation.
Yes, ma'am.
Kinoshita.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal balls.
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
Hey,
I'll
this
fight
is
her
our
eventually.
chance. Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
It wasn't me. Ah, Sara's the one who represented Raiden Shogun in the duel with Kazuha's friend. Interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
I forgot that.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
They'll find us for sure if we don't do something.
Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Fireworks? I mean, isn't it obvious who it is doing something like that?
Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract them. Maybe more than enough.
The whole building's on fire.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know.
Nice work.
I was particularly proud of this batch. I decided to.
Might actually set the place on fire.
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
I'm beginning to think this wasn't only intended as a distraction.
Look, the coast is clear. Now's our chance.
Yeah, let's do it. Now we got the smooth bass. Yeah, Pyromaniac characters are great. He's gonna be like, leave me here.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on, we've got no time to lose. They could be back any minute.
Any minute. And there she is, of course.
Oh.
I could take her. You over there watching us the whole time, weren't you?
Yes. Leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention.
Oh, she's a good person.
But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Maybe not.
Well... you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Thank you.
Leave this place.
Sure. Bye-bye. Hey, Jess.
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Oh, heck yeah.
Don't worry about
Sake
us.
time.
Just take care of Master Masakatsu.
Sweet.
Good thing we were able to rescue him.
Yeah, I am calling it a night after this. All thanks to that person.
Right, Kujosara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him? It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryo Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
It's the thing in any group, no matter who they are, how evil they seem, there's always going to be good people and bad people. Hey, Jailhouse Fiesta. Cool. Just collect my rewards here. And then yeah, that'll be it for me for tonight. 3.5 hours. It was a good session, made a little bit of progress in the main Archon quest here. Let's see, where am I standing? Yeah, Chapter 2, Act 1 still. I'm probably close to finishing Act 1, I would assume. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, everyone. It was another fun stream, as usual. Can defeat her depending on the lower version of her, the playable character of her. Interesting. Yeah, it's always hard because these quests can be quite long, so you never know exactly when the best time will be. But anyways, I think that'll be it, though, for tonight. Just find something for an outro. Not sure. Stardew Valley. Oh yeah, long ending. Yeah. I mean, I'll play probably another 5 hours or so on Friday. 4.5, 5 hours, so we'll make it through this. We'll make a lot more progress in the Archon quest. Maybe try some other stuff. But anyways, it's been fun, as usual. I always enjoy playing some Genshin. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you all have a fantastic day, fantastic night, whatever it is for you. Until next time, later days, folks. Good night, everyone. Luca would say good night too. Bye-bye.